This video is going to be a detailed comparison between the video of 4 of DJI's most popular Mavic drones, including the DJI Mavic Air 2, the DJI Mavic 2, the older Mavic Air, and the new, smaller Mavic Mini. I will make a series comparing all these drones in different scenarios. I have already made a detailed photo comparison between all these drones that you can check over here or in the description. And by the way, stay till the end of the video if you want to make money with drones and are serious about it. First, I'm going to show you each video for a few seconds without telling you which one is which and let you decide if the differences are that big. And afterwards, we're going to zoom in more and decide which one is better from the close-ups. We'll now scale them to 300% and zoom them in and go through each again to see if you have any favorites. At this point, please write a comment down below about which one you think is which and discover if you were right at the end. If I were to judge them, I would say the following. Number 1 is quite sharp looking and focused the whole way with infinity focus. The colors look good, but you can see some noise in the shadows for sure. Number 2 looks quite blurry in the background but more focused in the close-ups. This means the focus is manual and I probably focused in a nearby area. The number 3 drone looks better in terms of colors and the noise is quite minimal. Drone number 4 has a sharp look and is well focused. The noise and detail in the shadow looks quite great. Now let's zoom them even more, up to 600%, and see if you change your mind. As we can see in the first drone, it does look a bit over-sharpened, and the noise is more apparent, but the details are pretty great still. The second drone looks unfocused again. The third drone has some great details in the photo, including the shadows. Fourth drone looks quite similar to the third one, with the colors being a bit more toward the warm side and slightly more noise in the shadows, and I would even say a bit more detail in the sign saying "Rapid" at the bottom. Now to reveal all the 4 drones in the same frame, still zoomed in to 600%. So, how does this compare to your predictions? Let's not end it here and check some different angles from the same image, and then see another shot and compare them again. Let's check dynamic range and noise in the shadows with this new shot by zooming 800% now. I'm going to remove the Mavic Air for the time being and leave only the 3 good pictures. The Mavic Mini, since it has the smallest sensor and camera, it has the most difficult time working with the shadows. But the quality is incredible for the price of this drone and especially its size. So in terms of image quality, thumbs up for it, especially since it's only 2.7K and it can definitely be compared to drones like the Mavic 2. The Mavic 2, which by the way looks less sharp than the Mavic Mini when it comes to video, at least judging by the foliage and the text in the background. However, we have to admit the detail in the shadows is way superior and so are the colors. The Mavic Air 2 strikes a pretty good balance between the two, as it comes with really good details in the shadows and some nice sharpness overall. But there is clearly some more noise in the image compared to the 1-inch sensor of the Mavic 2 Pro. However, the Mavic Air 2 does come with HDR mode. One of the next videos is going to be a nighttime comparison between all these drones. If you're really curious how well the Mavic Air 2 compares to the 1-inch Hasselblad sensor of the Mavic 2, Then subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to make sure that YouTube notifies you when I upload that video. However, unlike the others, the Mavic Air 2 does come with HDR mode. So let's see how well that compares to the others in daylight. First of all, if we compare the non-HDR video to the HDR one of the Mavic Air 2, we can clearly see there is a much bluer sky. Let's check the differences in the shadows. I can clearly say there's not much difference in the two videos when it comes to the shadows. In daylight, the sky color seems to be the only noticeable difference. The Mavic Air 2 also has the advantage of 4K 60 FPS. So, will the quality differ at that resolution and frame rate? Let's see. As you can see, there's really no difference between the quality of the 24 FPS and 60 FPS, which is great, and what I expected. The Mavic Air 2 also has the advantage of an amazing slow motion in 240 FPS at 1080p, which is the most DJI has provided so far in a drone. Now let's look at another shot of the same image, but in a cloudier, less lighted scenario. It was showering a bit after some strong rain, so keep that in mind. The Mavic Air looks pretty good when zoomed in, picture is properly exposed. The Mavic 2 Pro has brighter colors and much better details in the shadows. But remember, it also has the best D-Log profile out of them all, so you can play with the colors in post-processing better than with other ones. The Mavic Air 2 looks quite stunning, and to me actually much closer to reality in terms of colors. Now let's zoom in to 800% and see a high contrast area to check the difference in the shadows. The original Mavic Air has quite dark shadows, with not many details and plenty of noise. This is mainly because it has a smaller sensor compared to the others and older camera technology. When we change to the Mavic 2 Pro, we can see the sign text much better along with a lot more detail in the shadows. The Mavic Air 2 does have better details in the shadows compared to the original Mavic Air, but versus the Mavic 2, I would say it loses a bit of ground, but not that much in fact. Again, if we check the HDR footage of the Mavic Air 2 versus the no HDR, in this low light scenario we do see some more difference, especially in the shadows and in the sky. So the HDR video of the Mavic Air 2 is actually very useful for properly exposing images, and I would say I will definitely experiment a lot more with this in the future. Just look at how well the sky is exposed compared to the no HDR one and the rest of the image. I am going to show you a few more side-by-side videos, but this time I won't be commenting over them. So you went out and got yourself a drone or plan to get one. But what if I told you that you can actually make a lot of money with these and you don't have to be an expert? The most frustrating thing that me and some of my videographer friends have been through is just searching on YouTube, forums or Facebook groups just to learn bits of information about drones. But since everybody and their dad has a drone these days, you need to stand out. The biggest shift in terms of knowledge and progression happened about a year ago, and it was all in a weekend, when I discovered my first cinematography course from my now online mentor, Alex Harris. This guy filmed and directed all over the world and got into drones even before they were popular. He made a complete course on cinematography, custom flight and gimbal settings that can help you to get way better footage, shooting flat and situational color grading, how to edit 4K videos on old PCs, what equipment you need, and most importantly, exactly how to find clients and make them pay you a lot for your time no matter where you live in the world. If you want to get $100 off from this complete course that will change your life, click the link down in the description or right here at the top, and you will find a lot more information about what the course is all about. And if you're interested in getting my free guide with the top 9 cinematic drone moves that can make you stand out, click right here at the top. Please leave a comment down below if you have any questions whatsoever, and I'll make sure to answer as fast as possible. See ya later, alligator!